Hi, Minna Bryant at theoryandprofit.com and selfpublishingresults.com. Today is day 26 of the 30-day vlog challenge. That means we have about a week left. That means you have about a week to join us. So get to it. Hey, get to it. All right. You don't have to do 30 days of video. The whole objective of any kind of challenge is to overcome whatever roadblocks you have either in your thinking, in your knowledge, or in your attitude, So that's what a challenge is for. It's not necessarily to grow something so much as it is to grow yourself internally, to know that you can do something that you did not think that you could do. And on that note, I wanted to talk today about the path, right? We have this idea, and this is for anybody, whether you're a beginner or you're just starting something new, but you've been really successful. And we know this, all right? We know this. We know it, but we forget. It's so easy to forget this. You have this path, and you can see the image below this video. But we start off and we think there's going to be a couple of twists and a couple of turns on the path, right? I mean, we really don't know what's going to be there. But we have this plan, we set these expectations, and we're going to go 5 miles straight ahead, and then we're going to turn right, and we're going to go 2 miles straight ahead, and then we're going to turn left, and then we're going to go a 1/4 of a mile and turn right into our destination. Yeah, I mean, sounds so good. And when you're imagining where you want to be, that's how you imagine it, right? I mean, that's totally how you imagine it. So what happens when you start traveling the path and you go a 1/4 mile and there's a detour, so you have to turn left, and you're like, but I can't turn left yet. I don't know how to get to where I'm going if I turn left here. But you don't have a choice. You have to turn left because something outside of you is compelling you to turn left, and you don't have any control over it. So you turn left, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to have to turn right again somewhere. So, you take the first right that you can find and hope that it's going to take you back to the road that you were on where you need to go 5 miles because you've only gone a 1/4 of a mile. So your path ends up looking like path 2 instead of path 1. And you get frustrated, right? So if this is something that you don't necessarily have to do, or it's something that's new and no one else around you is doing it, you get frustrated, you don't make that right turn after you had to make that unexpected left turn where you had the detour and you'd only gone a 1/4 of a mile. You don't keep making turns, you don't get to your destination. And I want us to get out of, and I'm talking to me too, so do not think that I'm talking at you. I'm talking to myself. I will be watching this video again and again and again every time that I tend to forget, because I tend to forget this a lot. You do not follow a set path. There is no set path. There is a destination. And everyone's path to get to that destination is going to look completely different because you're going to have different roadblocks than the ones that I have. The person next to you is going to have different roadblocks than either of us. So the path to get there is going to look completely different for each of us. And I just want us to remember that it is both the journey and the destination. Right? So you'll learn a lot along the journey, but don't let getting thrown off course, right, by something that you absolutely don't control, don't let that stop you. Stay on the path because the path is always there. If you've decided to get to destination B, there is a path. It just may not look like anything that you imagine it's going to look like. All right? So that's really my lesson, I guess, for this video, because I look back at where I started this idea of my sales letter And I looked at the path to get there. And I got to tell you, I'm still on the path. There are still things that I want to do to that particular sales letter that I didn't think about. I didn't really consider when I created the original one. So I'm still on that path, and part of that path is to bubble about it. So again, you can check out selfpublishingresults.com if you've got content that you want to be using that is sitting in a blog archive or sitting on your hard drive gathering dust. And this is content that you've created. It's not necessarily PLR content or anything like that, but it's content that you've created and that you want to use for your benefit, and you want to get it out there and really helping people who need it. So remember, get on your path, right? And if you've got content that you need to be used on that path, remember selfpublishingresults.com. So that's it for me in this video. I will see you tomorrow.